Hey guys, today's video is going to be on the Cobb Accessport, how to upload a new map to your car. So first you're going to want to get some maps from the Cobb website. Pick your vehicle, Subaru. I've got a WRX wagon 2002. And then you're going to want to do is go up here to the top where it says maps, and these are going to be off-the-shelf maps that will get your tune somewhat close to what you need it to be. It's like a start out map. So click up here, vehicle, Subaru, WRX maps, and then here are your choices for different types of maps for your car. Select your year here. If you have the stock intake or the Cobb intake, and over here if you have these years, you can. There's a AM intake also. Maps available for that. I've got the stock intake. So then there's several stages. You got stage 1, stage 2. Stage 3 is with a bigger turbo and bigger injectors. Stage 1, what you want to do is go up here, read the notes on each stage, and it'll tell you what modifications are acceptable for the vehicle, for this map to work with your vehicle, and what type of gas. It'll give you some charts here with horsepower and torque, what you can expect, what kind of increase. So let's go back to the maps. So say I want the normal wastegate. They also have normal wastegate, higher wastegate for vehicles not reaching your target boost, or low wastegate for if you're over boosting a little bit. With a normal map, you can switch to those other ones. And then based on what type of fuel you're going to run, 93, 91, or the, I guess Arizona, California, Nevada have a different type of fuel, reformulated probably. So they have a special map for those states. So just click the map there. It'll ask you where you want to save the map. I usually save those to my desktop. I got a folder I keep maps in. But some other maps that are available are some non-performance maps. You got a valet mode map that won't let the engine rev over, I believe it's 3,000 RPM. It's the max it'll go to. Anti-theft mode A and B, economy mode, a little better gas mileage. And then there's a stock mode where you can, it's basically the stock map. So there's a bunch of base maps to choose from. What you're going to want to do after you get these maps in is do a data log on your car, and then there's a tuning software that comes with your Accessport. You have to download it, and you can fine tune your map from that point on. So this is how you get started. Okay, so you've downloaded all the maps you wanted for your car, and I keep mine in a folder all together here, different maps I downloaded. So you're going to want to load that onto your Accessports, and to do that you're going to need the Accessport Manager software, which you can download from Cobb. Then you connect your Accessport to your computer with a provided USB cable. Open your Accessport Manager, and if needed, you're going to want to do an update for firmware first thing, and then to transfer your maps to your Accessport, you're going to want to go over here and search for maps, and then you're going to want to navigate to where you're keeping your maps, which I keep my maps on the desktop in a folder, Cobb Accessport maps. Then you click OK. It's going to search for them. These are the maps that I have in that folder, and you can just drop and drag these over to this side, and there's all your maps. So that's how you get your maps onto your Accessport from your desktop computer. Okay, before you get started swapping your map over, Cobb recommends charging your battery fully. If your battery's below 11.75 volts, it won't swap the map. So you can connect a battery charger up, and you can just leave it connected while you're swapping your map. That way you know your voltage will be high enough. Now that you have your maps uploaded to your Accessport, what you're going to want to do is look under the dashboard for your test connectors, which are these two green connectors right here. And you're going to want to connect those two together. That puts the car into test mode. Okay, once you have your two green connectors plugged into each other, you'll be in test mode. So what you want to do next is turn the key on. And you should hear the cooling fans turn on, and it'll cycle the fuel pump, and then you know you're in test mode. So then what you want to do is turn the key off. Okay, next you're going to want to connect your initialization connectors, and depending on the year and model of your car, you'll either use this blue one or the white one, and this comes with your Accessport. Okay, the plug you're going to connect your initialization connector to is under the dash, same area as your green connectors. It's going to be this white translucent connector right here. So you want to plug that in. Okay, next you take your OBD2 cord that comes with the Accessport, plug it into the Accessport. This then goes into your car right under the dashboard. I'll show you. On WRX, it's going to be right here, right at the bottom of the dash. Okay, now that you have your OBD2 cord connected to your car and to the Accessport, you're going to want to turn on your ignition key to the run position, and you're going to want to make sure your heater fan, make sure your lights are turned off, and all their accessories are on. Okay, now that you've got everything connected up, what you can do is hit continue, center button there, and then you're going to install. You want to make sure your ignition switch is on now, and that's going to ask you to confirm that this is correct information for your vehicle. Say yes, confirm, continue. Okay, it's going to bring up all the maps that are loaded on your Accessport, and what you can do is choose which one you want. I'm going to load my stock map. I have a aftermarket downpipe as the only modification I have. So I'm going to load up the stock map because I want to do some data logging and see how far off the fueling is. See how much corrections need to be made with a stock map, just as an experiment. So what I'm going to do, stock mode. It says it recommends that you put a battery charger on. I do have a battery charger on. Make sure your headlights are off and everything else is off on your vehicle. Continue. Reminds you that to have your connectors connected. Turn the ignition key off. Then on. Then OK. So right now it's saving the factory map. This is going to take a minute. Okay, now it's flashing the new map. And this may take a minute or so. Okay, once it's done flashing, it's going to ask you to disconnect any of the connectors that you connected earlier, if that applies to your vehicle. Some of the newer vehicles you don't have to plug in anything. Okay, so there you go. You're all complete. Now, when you first start up your vehicle, when you flash a new map like this, it basically resets all your fuel trims. So your fuel trims have to adjust to the new map, and it may take a while. The car may have some hesitations, run a little funny for a while, but eventually it's going to self-adjust all the fuel trims, and it'll be running good for you.